Test, test, test. It says I'm live, so oh man, I hope this works. Yeah, wow. I didn't know it was gonna work, man. Oh, what a miracle. Oh, I'm shaking right now. Oh, what a miracle. Yeah, I definitely need to do equipment upgrade. Last night I was on Sasquatch's panel, and I noticed my phone was getting like really hot, like it did before, and where it would start roboting and all that stuff. And she put down her middle name. That's awesome. It used to be you can only change your It used to be that you can only change your name 3 times in 90 days. But now I think you can change your name, your channel name, whenever you want, which is pretty cool. But what it does, right, is if somebody is a troll, right, they can make like 90 sock accounts and then go use them again, you know? I never understood that, making sock accounts. You make these accounts, right? I mean, they take about 20 minutes to make I mean, I guess they can do it faster. I don't know. But by the time you get an email address and, oh, it's a new account, how long does it take you to make a new account? It took me like 20 minutes to make my backup channel, and I would be afraid to. Hey, BB, how you doing? I wanted to just let you know yesterday that you were missed. No pressure to be here, but I feel like it's good if people hear that they're missed when they are. So we missed you yesterday. Let's who slipped in here? Oh, Sheila. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Joel. Uh, what's up, Deb? Wow, man, this is pretty. What's this Primus Autobot? I subbed you from seeing your comment. Oh, okay, okay. Over on okay. You know what's crazy about Primus? Hey, Karen. All right. Look, man, there's way more people starting late. 8 o'clock. There was way more people. Not that I didn't want to start at 7 and tried, because I was already up. Sasquatch they've been streaming forever. I don't know how they do it like 30 hours in a row. Like, even when I don't sleep that much, I still need an hour or two sleep in between. So later is better, right? Okay, okay, okay. Well, then I'll back it up, and then we won't like put like set time. So we'll put like around 8 or between 8 and 9 or 9. I don't know. This is 9. Okay, this would be 9 o'clock if um. So 9 o'clock would be better. So that's 2 people already saying that. 40 hours solid. They were. I don't know how they do it. Oh my God. How do they do it? Do you remember that? I think it was like uh it's hard to remember. It's been so long since I've seen these I think it was Quagmire and Family Guy was watching like a magic show in a library, and he made like a something disappear or whatever. It's like a kid's magic show. And he was like, "Oh my God, how do they do that?" I thought that was funny. Sometimes find humor in the way people say things, you know, like the nuance of it. See, nowadays, like, hey, Crafty, welcome. See, nowadays, people don't, people don't really get like, um, nonverbal communication and, you know, inflection change, you know, tone, that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, right? This is a channel about Jesus Christ and him uh uh taking our place in punishment, right? Sacrificing himself for us to be able to enter the kingdom of heaven. And so it, to me, it's okay if you're not there yet, but this is what we're doing. And I think that it's good to hear it, you know? And so, um, you know, especially now with the world being the way it is, sometimes you get to the point where um, you start opening your ears to listen to solutions, you know. And I hope, right, that that someone new hears, right, um, something that will save their life, you know. Because I have a friend, right, and I won't say his name. I'm not Tony. People trust me, you know. I'm a safe person to talk to. But I shouldn't have said that. Lord forgive me for that. But I have this friend that's, you know, he's a smart guy, right? Very smart guy, and he is I don't know if it's that he doesn't believe in God, but he hates God, right? I mean, to me that's what it looks like. He says he doesn't, right? But it's obvious to me now. If you dig for the truth, right, far enough, right, and you keep digging, right, and you don't, because what happens is sometimes people will get, you know, they'll get to a certain truth that they don't want to change. They're like, no, it's too painful. I can't do it, you know, and sometimes it could get very hateful, you know. And it drains my energy because I love this guy, right? But he drains my energy, you know. And yeah, I appreciate that you listen, you know. And you know what? I think that it's never too late to you know, want to listen to something different, you know. Because look, at some point we were all looking for answers, right? I mean, I could say that I was a Christian before all this true stuff came out, and I could say that I loved God, you know. But when I started finding out all this true stuff, right, um, my faith completely changed, you know. Now it's like, you know, God, I mean, it's like I went from believing in God, right, to like, oh my God, this is for real, you know, like. So I don't know. Did I believe in God before? I said I did, and I think I did. But did I feel this way? I can say no, I didn't feel this way. Like right now, you couldn't get me to. I mean, man, it would be hard for me to sin in front of God. Like I would rather die. You know, like I would rather die than to have somebody you know, especially something uh horrific, you know. Like they would have to kill me, you know, before I did anything like that. And so I wasn't at that point before all this true stuff. So sometimes we're looking for spiritual answers and you know, we really don't know, right? And so we search, right? And if people are searching for God, right? And and it's sincere, I think God will make a path for that person. Hey Hannah. Oh, it's good to see you. I was gonna message you yesterday, Hannah, because it had been a little bit, and maybe it's only been a couple of days or a day, but like I would, I have a system, if I haven't heard from somebody, or if I haven't messaged somebody, I usually do, and it was on my mind yesterday, last night, and I didn't. But I was doing so much stuff, so much different stuff. And you know what I think would be an awesome show is now this is the nerd side of me. It'll be awesome is to go over Proverbs, like just like have a show where somebody's reading Proverbs and we just talk about it, about what that means, about what it means to be a scoffer or a mocker, or I think that those things are important, especially now, right? Because I think the important things that I'm getting, right, from God, right, are speak highly of God, right? Try to act the best we can, be on our best behavior, and be on the lookout for, the few of us that are out there that want to be saved. I mean, there's so many people out there that just don't want to be saved. And so, I mean, I don't know how many people are out there that are even willing to hear it. And so, I'll tell you what, I'll take what I could get. Anybody willing to hear it, I get excited. Because like I don't understand. I know there are some people, right, that are hung up on this idea that, well, why did God create sin, or what how are we born with sin, or stuff like that, right? Which, I mean, okay, I understand asking those kind of questions, but those are the wrong questions for this time, right? I mean, the real truth of it is it doesn't matter, because we're not going to have to face punishment for it. God reconciled it. God fixed it. And well, God does all the saving, but if I can get one more person, yeah, that would be great. So when me and Tom started this channel about a year and a half ago now, or I don't know how long ago it was now, but it was a little bit before COVID. Great, I said one of their magic words. But it was a little bit before COVID, and we said, yeah, if we can get one person, all the way to being saved. Oh, I like your video, Mr. Gander. I only saw a little bit of it, but I'm gonna go back and watch it again. But uh, I always like those ones on the farm. But anyway, I was telling Tom when we first started, if we can get one person saved, that would be, worth it, right? And I only know of one person that went from not being saved to being saved, after coming here. And so it's a good feeling, and it definitely worth it. But I would love for it to be a lot more people, but more so, right? Like for them, yes. Ultimately, there's nothing better, right? There's nothing better in this world than being saved, right? Being one of the few, right? People, right? And it's simple, right? For them, there's nothing better than being saved, right? But for us, it would be good just to have that person right here and safe, because it's crazy out there. Like I could imagine if you weren't sure about God in these times, it would be very scary. Because there's people that aren't even hiding being a Satanist anymore. I mean, it's not they don't even hide it. And see, for people that like watch television, right? These last 4 years or 5 years, right? It's been kind of like a slow assimilation to this point where every movie is about the devil, and and or being plugged into the matrix, or it's it was a slow assimilation for them, right? And for us, it looks crazy, right? Because it's these big changes happening, and they don't even notice that they're going towards that, right? But we see it, and I mean, it's frightening, right? It's frightening. They don't even hide it. They don't even hide it. They're just out in the open. They don't care. I know people that are proud of being like witches and all that. They're they're proud of it. This is their spiritual direction, right? And look, I understand if like you had a situation where you had a lot of anxiety and you were looking for like ways to kind of help you purge guilt and fear and stuff like that. Meditation, right? Okay, you were lost at some point, right? But now we have answers for that now, right? Like have like what the moon missions are named after Apollo, like it's this is a nation built for the Antichrist. Like everything is one eye symbolism and Mark of the Beast. You're only gonna find that number, right? Mark of the Beast, right? In Revelation, you're not gonna find that in any other holy book. And so, hey, you can say that it's a script, right? That they are doing, right, to look like the Bible is coming true, right? If you said something like that, but then they would push it, and they don't. They don't push it. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, not a steak, but like a bag of peas, right? And I'm going out there today to see if it came in yet, because this is ridiculous. And I was on Sasquatch's stream last night twice. And hey, Paula, can you slip by? I want to make sure I said hi. But I got booted off of there twice on accident because of my phone, and I was roboting, and it was crazy. Yeah, I wish I had a steak in my refrigerator, to be honest. I couldn't tell you last time I had a steak, but I don't. I mean, I miss it, but I don't. Yeah, it's crazy because like that's the only thing really that I have nice in my life is my phone. And it's really my like my kids, pecking at me. I need 20 here, 30 there. They're more expensive now than they were when I was paying child support. But I mean, I appreciate. I mean, I don't want to say it like that. If I want them to lean on me for everything if they could, and I'll make it happen. I'll figure it out. But there's always something. And but there's a lot of different types of currency in the world besides money. And I got a lot of good people in my life. I mean, I really do. Like, I don't understand how, like, sometimes I can't figure out exactly why. But I have a lot of really good people in my life, like, that will, like, come check on me and ask me how I'm doing, or, like, if they're out or whatever and they're in my area, ask me if I need anything. And I don't know what I did to deserve that. Because sometimes I feel like I don't offer that much to people. Not that I wouldn't do something for them like that. I would, you know. Um, but it's just it's humbling. When somebody says, "Hey, do you need something? I'm in the area." And you're like, "Wow, man, well, that's very nice of you to say that. Ask me that." You know. And so, okay, so is later better, guys? Type one, right? If later is better for you, I know it's not better for Hannah. For her to be here, oh my God, that brings me so much joy that she was here, or she might still be here, because in Australia it is late. Avocado seeds, yeah, isn't that like? I think my mom used to like put it on like put like toothpicks in the avocado seeds and like put it in like a some kind of glass of water and then it would sprout or something like that. But I don't ever remember eating an avocado off of there, like such like that she grew one or whatever. She put one. That's so funny. It takes one to know one. What time is it there, Hannah, in Australia? It's got to be like midnight or something, right? I'm trying to picture it in my head. Remember when me and Tom used to we would ask you because like I would be able to see the moon in California and he would be able to see the moon in Wisconsin and then you would be able to see the moon in Australia. And so it would be impossible on a ball to do that unless there was two moons. Oh crap, it's my cousin Brian's birthday. Oh, that's why he messaged me. I'm like, wow, that was out of the ordinary that he messaged me today. Oh my god, 2:37 a.m. Oh my god, that makes me feel like the worst person in the world for being late. Because you were probably up and thinking I would only be an hour late, and oh my god, the guilt is hitting my stomach. Ugh, I need to be better. Maybe two shows, maybe two shows, like maybe one, like, because I'm like wide awake at midnight here, which is like the morning over there, and I don't know if maybe I'll get AJM on to like I don't know, just some kind of midnight hour. It would be mostly comedy. um, yeah, maybe two shows. Well, I would be serious about it. I would probably do an outline for both. Because today I wanted to talk about, like sometimes, okay, in a group, right? There will be, I haven't seen Cindy yet. Sometimes in a group, um, I don't know, like everybody, okay, so you know how we get treated out there in, like with just regular people that are lost and out there, it's like plugged into the world, right? Sometimes people say some evil things out there, and really bash Jesus a lot, and not only that, but hate us just for being happy, And so to even get someone over to here, right, is hard. Is like it's hard. It's probably it's impossible, And so when we get here in a group, right, sometimes people have had been hurt, right, in different ways, in their lives. Some people don't warm up to certain people very fast, right? Like some people don't warm up to men really that fast. They warm up to girls easier, or they don't warm up to the girls really fast. They warm up to the guys easier, right? And it's not a personal thing in between you two, right? It's just the way it is because of the structure of how we've lived our lives before. And what I've been noticing is like I don't want anyone to feel hurt by another person, right? Like, oh, this person doesn't really talk to me that much, or this person doesn't really, I try to help them and they don't respond or whatever. And I just don't want you guys to take that personally, like because it's hard. It's hard to not personalize that stuff and feel like, oh wow, does that person like me, or are they blocking me out, or did I do something wrong? Or, you know, it's easy to make it, to internalize it, make it about you, when really it would guard your heart more if we didn't think about that first. If we thought about that, you know, we don't know everything about everybody, and we don't know, maybe they're not trying to hurt you. They're just living their life, you know, in a safe way, you know, like that kind of thing. Yeah, I haven't seen Cindy. Oh, was she here? I didn't see her. I mean, I heard from her last night a little bit, but really not much for her. And I know that, you know, she had a fall not too long ago, and so sometimes it's bad. Like, she hasn't recovered really the way we thought she would, and so um, let's tell the Sacramento Truth Movement. And so yeah, it's, you know, it's kind of what was I saying? Oh yeah, so, you know, just kind of like be patient with each other, you know, and because we never know, you know. And so I'm learning really kind of like what it like, because I sometimes I could see everything, right, or more variables, because I have some personal knowledge with everybody, right. And so sometimes I could see what the real thing is, and it's nothing what, you know, like someone might feel hurt or something, like, oh, okay, I feel kind of like like you know, like that someone's not responding to me or whatever, and it really hits a person's self-esteem or something. But like, I know all the variables, and it's like, no, it's not you. Like, it's not you at all. And so the best thing to do is just show up every day. You know, be yourself, your authentic self, right? And no matter what, you know, showing up every day is like half the battle, right? Like, it shows a lot of character, right? Especially if you're having a hard time, um, to always be able to brush it off. And you know, not saying that don't express hurt, but don't ever let it stop you from being here, because you never know when someone will pop in here and you will be able to help them. Hey, Cindy, I was just talking about you like 2 minutes ago that I didn't see you yet. And so I know that we all heal at different rates, you know, and where we all are, you know, in a sense guarding our heart, right? Because, you know, we have soft hearts, you know, like that's we have a good heart for God, right? And so it does open the door to feel other people's emotions, or to, you know, to feel maybe a little extra sensitive, right? And it's important to push through that a little bit, because I noticed that, right? I'm like, I've always had a lot of empathy for people, you know, and I used to suffer for people, you know, like I can tell that they were like if, you know, a person was embarrassed, I would feel that, and it would be excruciating to me that that person was like in an embarrassing situation in the spotlight. Like sometimes I would get embarrassed for people that didn't feel embarrassed when they were in a situation that I would be embarrassed in, you know? Like, I don't know if that you guys ever experienced that. Hey, Anti Venom, I'm glad to see you. It's been a little bit since I've seen you live, you know? So that's good. Man, everything always seems to work out good, you know? I think God has our back, you know? Where we're here for at the same time, you know? Yeah. Well, you know, I think it's important for us to just appreciate each other's differences, you know, and definitely, you know, we understand what our commonalities are, right? And really, it's a narrow road, and it's late in the game, and this is how it is. I mean, if you dig long enough to find truth, you will know for yourself Jesus is the Lord. I mean, that's the way it is, you know. It's not it's, you know, like how that lady on Larry King said it best. It's not a statement of condemnation, it's just one of truth. That's the way it is. I know a lot of people like have, you know, over the course of, you know, thousands of years have been very motivated to say that that's not true or to hide that fact, right? But that's the way it is, right? And so that's one difference, right? That we would hopefully not have, right? Because that's the only way to profit from the truth, the only way, and that's the only way to salvation, right? And the way I look at it is like, you know, if the only way to salvation uh being a gift, right, is the way you would want it to be, you know, and but there are people that will know the truth, right? Will know that that's true and choose something different, you know. And oh, that's great, Crafty, that you guys spoke to each other. That's good. Well, you know, we were all over in that group of people over there with what's his name, and you know, we were all affected by that in different ways, and I think that there's a level of forgiveness that comes with all that, you know. I think that we have to understand that we, you know, we were all in a situation that was a little bit, a lot toxic, you know. And but you know what? Um, he did leave, and so I respect that, you know. To me, that's apologies are rare, and that isn't that crazy, right, Paula? That is one thing that I've noticed, right? In the climate of how today is, just in general, right? Um, that getting anybody to admit that they are wrong, right, or um, or to apologize, just isn't there anymore, you know. And maybe I apologize too quickly. I don't know, you know, maybe it doesn't mean anything because I do it a lot. You know, I feel like but I think, you know, that's how you can tell kind of like where a person is spiritually, you know? Like it's rare, you know. I mean, to be able to admit that you were wrong. I mean, cuz like here's the thing, it's not embarrassing to be wrong, right? It's like just, you know, I was wrong. Nobody's perfect, right? And I, you know, I endeavor to get better, you know. That's it, you know. That's all you could do, right? And and I think that that's there's something in that that's powerful, not that you're admitting to somebody that there's something wrong with you, but that you're admitting a strength that hey, I could accept that I was wrong and tell you how I'm going to overcome it, you know. I don't know. She said she spoke to you through email. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it came under somebody's name and you didn't click it or something. Because sometimes someone will email me and it'll be a name I don't recognize, and because they're not using their channel name or whatever, you know, they're using their real name. Sometimes that could be it, you know. We're all working on it. We are all working on it. Oh, she's saying she does apologize. She just hasn't seen you. She said you guys had the one email as what happened wasn't correct. Yeah, she's apologizing basically right now. So don't let a miscommunication get anybody excited. Yeah, and it's like I think that's important. You know, I mean, hey, look, no, you're never gonna find a group that's gonna 100% get along all the time. There's always gonna be some, you know, some kind of little thing or whatever, you know. But that also builds character too, you know, to be able to handle that too, you know. And the better we look, right, to, you know, not that that's important at all, right, for you know, how you look or whatever, but it is important as a group that the better we look as a group, right, and the more attractive we look as a group for people to want to be part of it, right, the better we're gonna do for God to like get those last few lost people to want to be a part of what we're doing, you know. That's why I try not to overwhelm people with too much, you know, because there's plenty of channels to really learn at, like to go to Paula's channel or Shepherd's Voice channel, or there's a couple channels to go and really learn, really dig in, right? And I just sometimes I want this just to be like a place where, you know, people are just talking about God, and that like the average person could just say, hey, you know what, I want to be a part of that, like I want to be a part of this group. And it's a start, you know, it's a start because um, I mean, you know, I don't know any dates, right, but I can feel the end coming, you know, um, I can feel the energy of the end coming, you know. And I have a feeling it's all going to happen in a quick succession, you know. And so if you're a rapture person, which I see it in there, it's going to be soon. And if you're not a rapture person, it's going to be two witnesses and the man of sin and the mark of the beast in very quick order. And I see it happening. I see it happening, you know. And so, you know, but you would think that if this was some kind of a LARP, right, that they would push the Bible. So, and they don't. And, you know, so I'll just leave it at that. I mean, that would be the only thing, right, that I could justify somebody thinking, right, is, oh, yeah, they're just going by a script that makes it look like the Bible's coming to life, right? Which is very unlikely, right? But if that were true, they would push it, you know, and they don't. And so, um, well, revelation means reveal, right? No end, right? Yeah, revelation means to reveal. So it's the revealing of Jesus. You know, hey, Urban, how you doing? I haven't seen your you haven't streamed a lot in a while. I only got halfway through your movie to see what that was about, and it's pretty good. You're good at editing that stuff. Yeah. Um, Yeah, because you know, that's what Satanists do, you know. I mean, the fact that the elite people are Satanists is a good sign, right? That yeah, that's good confirmation too, you know? Like why is like you know, everybody in the elite class, right, doing satanic stuff or wearing Kabbalah bracelets, right? Do you think that Paris Hilton is going to wear like a hold on a second, is gonna wear like a $3,000 dress and then, you know, have a piece of string around her arm if it's you know what I mean, if it's not something that's real, you know, that means anything to her, you know. And so, you know, these things are not hidden, right? And so if you're somebody that believes in, you know, the Kabbalah, right, that's Jewish mysticism, right, that's the opposite of the Torah, right, that's Satanism, you know, to me. I mean, the way I look at it, right? It's it's the Jewish faith that's not Torah followers, you know. So yeah, if everybody's a Satanist, right, and using the Bible, right, in their own way, right, well then it gives it even more validity, you know. See, I think a person would come to I think a person would come to, the truth faster just through the evil in this world, how bad it is, And yeah, I can't wait for the revelation of Jesus, right? Because number one, right, salvation is a gift, right? Anybody can have it, right? And number two, nothing has to end. Nothing does end, right? It just gets better, right? Our rebellious spirit will disappear. We will be made incorruptible. We won't even want to sin, We won't even have that as part of us. And so God will make us perfect again, like to where like we'll be the way we are meant to be. And there won't be another fall, It will only be dependent on God at that point. And so I know it's hard to think of that, right? With like our human brain, right? Because we have desires to do things that are, not good for us, right? But we won't have that. We'll be holy like God. And it's going to be a good feeling. It's going to be a good feeling, and I look forward to that. I told God a lot of times, right? Like just in prayer, right? God, if I could just feel good, right? Then I will wash feet for all of eternity. Like I will just serve people, which is kind of what I crave to do anyway. So serving people. Uh-oh. Oh no. Did I just uh-oh. I hope I can set this now. Okay. Okay, did I come back? Am I back? Okay, because I didn't put on my do not disturb, and I just got a call. Sorry about that. So Tom, okay, this is where it came from, Joel, right? Is that my friend Tom, right? Tom Parker, he said his friend was telling him that I can't wait till we get to heaven so I can wash feet. Just because he had like a servant's heart. And uh so Tom told me that his friend said that, and it just hit me in the heart, just like hit me in the spirit in such a good way. Like, wow, man, that guy has a real heart to serve. And I want to wash feet too. Like I just thought about it. Hey, and I never thought about that. Soles, right? You have soles of your feet. And so yeah, it was like a joke, but I could see that in a serious way. Like that's the way I want to be. I don't care, like, which I don't think this will ever happen, but even if I was made like some kind of king or something or royalty or whatever, I would want to be, I would want to just serve people. And I think I would have that mentality. Only because it's naturally part of my authentic self. That I just have a desire to help people. And so I don't know. I have no idea how it's all gonna work, even though the story is finished, right? And we have the end, right? I mean, I do know how it's gonna end, right? But sometimes these things that are coming true are coming true in ways that I didn't think that it was gonna be that way. Like just kind of in a like coming true in a way that I never thought of. And it's pretty amazing how personal the Bible is. And just how many personal things that the Bible helps me with on a daily basis, right? That it's like you feel almost like, wow, was this book written just for me, you know? And so I don't know. And so like sometimes I tell people, right? Especially people that are like you know, curious as to um you know, wanting to prove or disprove the Bible, you know, is that you got to read it, you know, like once you read the Bible, it's hard to deny that it's real, you know. Like I know that that doesn't seem like the way you want to prove something is to go to the thing that you're trying to prove, you know. But in reality, that is the way, you know. And I think the faith has to come first before. I don't know. I don't know how it works or what needs to come first, but I know that reading it with the Holy Spirit is way different. I mean, some things make sense that didn't make sense before, you know? And I can't give an example really. I wish I could. I'm thinking of like, what's an example of that, you know? Yeah, but I wonder, like, they're sealing the 144,000, right? And you just kind of wonder, like, well, how is that happening, right? Is it a certain kind of awakening, or you know, like I wish I knew, right? More. I know that my role, right? I feel I feel best and most energetic when when I think that I should be putting out the good news, right? Trying to reach as many people as possible, different types of people as possible, to tell them the good news, right? I know that my job is to keep the road narrow, but to still let people in. And so that's tough too. There's a lot of tap dancing that goes in with that, right? And there's a lot of different personalities that come with that too, you know? And so and everybody wants to be understood and respected, you know? And that's hard too, you know? Not that it's something that I'm complaining about, because I wish that I had 3 times as much work, 4 times as much work, whatever, you know? But it is a effort, you know? And so it's I know that if I do a good job, that God will trust me with more, you know. But that's up to Him. That's completely up to Him. Yeah. So this is what's crazy, right? If you know, right? Is it like? Because there's sometimes where I know certain things about that, but I don't feel right saying it out loud. You know. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what? Like, that's what I keep thinking, right, Cindy, is that once we know exactly what God really had in mind for us, right, we're going to be stunned at just how far off we really were, you know? Like, it's very hard to know what God wants and what His vision is. It's like it's impossible. And what does that mean? Must bite tongue. Regarding the 144,000. Yeah, it's you know, yeah, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Cause like there's some people, right? Like I can't tell if somebody's saved or not, right? But there are some people that I'm like, you know, have no doubt about, you know, and you know, I can't tell that. Only God can, right? You know, so who knows, right? I don't think it's everybody's job to know everything, right? But there are people that like, you know, uh you see them and you just know, you know. But it's like it's hard to be in that position because you're like, well, I'm nobody to be, thinking that kind of stuff. That's not up to me. And so, it is what it is. But guys, I got to round out, keep this clickable. But hey, if anybody wants to come on the show tomorrow or whatever, please let me know, and then we'll work it out. And I'm gonna go get my new equipment today. I'm gonna try to make it happen today. So I'm 90% sure because I don't want to go through this with this phone over and over and over again. So we'll figure it out. All right, I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming, especially people that are curious about other paths or whatever, and they're here to try to reconcile the truth, try to get right, to me that shows a lot of character, and to even be open at this point in history, there's not that many of us that are out there, and so I'm grateful, But anyway, I'll see you guys later. God bless you. Praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7.